Hello, welcome to Wide Left Sports. Today I'm joined by Havre High football player and Montana State recruit Tommy Lewis. Tommy, how are you doing tonight, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. It's a little bit cold, but I
Yeah,
guess we're getting towards that time of year, right?
yeah, for sure.
For sure. So, kind of just like my first question's a lot of times the same, but what made you fall in love with football?
So just like as a little kid, like I didn't watch cartoons. I'd watch football. Like that's all it's been. It's just been football. Like from a young age, knew I was going to be a lineman. I was always bigger. So like I don't know, being violent too. Like it's kind of just I don't know how to put it. Just a place for me to be. I don't
I
know
love
outside.
that. I love that. So who was your team growing up?
I like the Chiefs. It's not like a bandwagon thing. I promise. I
You
like
know
their
what?
colors.
If you like the Chiefs 18 years ago, you've been through enough. You know, like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
have a big old Eric Berry poster in my room.
there you go. I can respect that. You're not a brand new Chiefs fan.
No.
That's great. I'm a Raiders fan, so I have to give
Oh.
Chiefs fans a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Awesome, man. So, we talked a little bit before we got on about just the community of Haber and how awesome it is with how supportive they are of you guys. But what does it mean to have those guys fill the stadium every Friday night for you?
It's like it's surreal. It's like a college environment. It's top of the line. It's a huge advantage when you're at home. Like it's super loud on defense and I don't know, you just know your fans are always going to be there.
That's awesome. I've kind of been following you guys because my dad grew up in Havre, so that's my connection
Oh,
to Havre. Is my dad grew up there, so I've always followed the Blue Ponies and everything.
yeah.
And you guys are having a pretty good year. So how cool is that to have a good year for you as a Blue Pony your senior year?
It like I don't know. We could be a lot better. Like we just need to execute and I think we'll be good. We're yeah. It means a lot. My high school career we've always been pretty good, but just taking that next step's what we need.
For sure. So then, how do you guys take that next step? You're weaning down the end of this year here. So how do you take that next step to get towards a state championship, hopefully at the end of the year?
I think we just got to go out and execute in crunch time. That's what's been lackluster this year. I think a lot of communication on both sides of the ball is going to help us a lot. Not having any, just got to be better.
For sure. So your coach there at Haver is Coach Eldridge, and
Yep.
I've had the honor of having him on my show. I know at least once, maybe twice. What does it mean to have his mentorship on the football field?
It's really nice. Like he's a great guy. He's always going to push you his hardest, and there's no off days. So we're gonna, I don't know, we get after it. That's what I really like about him.
I love that. So being an interior offensive lineman, you have to have that grit because you're going up against the biggest guys on their D line.
Yeah.
So how do you prep for that, at 16, 17, and 18 years old?
I think the weight room is a big part. His weight room schedule is pretty good. I like it a lot. And I think your feet is a big thing in hand placement. Just reps over reps.
For sure. And how much of that is being comfortable with with your teammates. Obviously the O line is always really close, but being close with the quarterback, the running backs, all of the guys that complement the offensive line. How much is that important as well?
Well, it's been really nice because we've had the same group of 10, 12 kids through all the way through like, I don't know, third or fourth grade when we started. So it's been really nice. We have a really tight bond, our whole team does.
I love that. I love that. So then, when during your time as a high school athlete did you know that you were going to be able to play at the next level? And what was your like recruitment process like for that?
So I think it was like towards the end of my sophomore year when like I posted my highlights for that year and I saw how many views they were getting and how many coaches were reaching out. I was like, I was really surprised because I don't know, I had never like thought of that, I guess. Like, of course, it's what I wanted to do, but I've never thought of actually it before that.
For sure. So then you've chosen correctly, and you're going to Bozeman in the fall. So, what ultimately made you choose to put on the blue and gold and become a Bobcat?
Um, it just felt like home. It's a great place. Like I love Bozeman. I love the area, the schooling. I That's what I want to do. I want to be like an engineer type.
That is the perfect school for engineering.
And yeah, I don't know. Football's a big thing there. I love football. I don't know. It just everything led me towards there. There wasn't any
that's
really
that's
or any
so awesome.
regrets.
That's so awesome. So Havre is a town where you have a lot of great athletes, but a lot of times they don't get to go to Bozeman or Missoula. So how cool is that for you to get that opportunity and then to be kind of like a role model to the younger kids coming up at Havre that hey, I can go to Bozeman and Missoula and succeed.
I don't know. They're like the younger kids really love me. Like I don't know. I all of them know who I was like before that, but like now they look at me like differently almost. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's either like just giving me a joke that I didn't go to the Grizz or something, but I don't know. They're all like acknowledging it, which is like I've never I don't know, felt that before.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because and I'm not saying he was the last one to go to the Bobcats or Grizz, but Mariani's got some pretty big shoes there in
Yeah, he does.
Havre, and so yeah, it's kind of great to see you going to the Bobcats, and
Yeah, we haven't had one of those in a while, I don't think.
yeah, so I know that there's a Havre kid on the Grizz right now.
Yeah, Kellen.
Yep, yep. So
I think
yeah,
the
no,
last one might have been Mike Erickson. I don't know when that was, but I think that's who it was.
yeah. So I just love it. I love the rivalry in the state, obviously, but then I
Yeah.
love the towns that like get to have like two or three guys that go, and then it's just a rivalry, and I love it. It's a rivalry inside the rivalry.
It is.
And I just love that. So you're a multi-sport athlete, and you played baseball this last summer and did really well at the A level. So what was that like to trade the football cleats for some spikes and play baseball this summer?
I don't know. I think baseball was like my first like love as a sport almost. And then football came and like yeah. But I don't know. I've loved baseball since I was young. I was a big baseball kid when I was younger. I don't know. I like hitting bombs.
And you did a lot of that this summer. I was following you guys. So there was a really cool thing this summer for the North Stars. Your coach is kind of a celebrity.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, not only in Havre but in larger areas as well. Ryan Divish, the Seattle Mariners beat writer. So, what was that like to have him as your guys' head coach?
I don't know. It was kind of like so I'm best friends with his kid or like his step or like I it's yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like best friends with yeah. So like I've known Div for a while, so it's like gotta crack jokes and stuff, but there's like a serious side to it when yeah, we have to go around or like I don't know, just it's a good balance between like being personal but at the same time getting the job done.
for sure. And you guys did pretty well in Eastern A this year. So, what was that like to have such a good year with a new head coach? Because I know that it was his
Yeah.
first year. What was it like to have that for him and for you
It
guys?
was a lot of fun. It was the whole year was like yeah, it went through up and down, but it was a lot of fun throughout the year. It was just hanging out with your guys the whole summer, playing sports you love.
For
I don't
sure.
know, you
So,
can't really beat it.
yeah. So, being a multi sport athlete for you, what are some like I guess pluses that you see to it and some things that you take from both of the sports to put into like football?
I think like the running's a big thing, like conditioning, and then your feet, obviously, on the offensive line's a big thing. I don't know, just like year round, I like staying busy, so I don't really like sitting at home very much.
I love that. So then, one of my final questions here is obviously, I mentioned the being the role model for the younger kids in Havre, but what is your advice to those kids or any other kids that are in the smaller towns around Montana that want to go either to Montana State or Montana or go even beyond that? What is your advice to them to get to that level?
They'll find you if you work hard enough and you're showing it. They'll find you.
And the other advice is be 6'5" and 300 pounds.
Yeah, it also helps a little bit.
Awesome, Tommy. Well, hey, I want to thank you so much for coming on, and I wish the Blue Ponies the best of luck the rest of the year, and wish you luck when you get up to Bozeman. I'll have to have you on again,
All right.
as your career goes on in Bozeman.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, have a great rest of the day.
You too.